Hey guys, I'm Antwan.
And I'm Antoinette.
We're just going to discuss our recent trip that we took to Florida.
Yeah, so we were enjoying our time, having a good time in a convertible, sun's out, we're driving, and immediately this is what happens. So we had to pull over the side of the road and like put the top back down and like back up, and continue driving. So that's Florida for you.
We did several different activities there. We went to Universal, went to Tampa Beach, to a place called Discovery Cove, went to Miami Beach, to a Sinus Center. So we really enjoyed our stay. We had a good time. So we're just going to give you an overview of our trip and everything we experienced while we were out there. One of the first places we ended up going was Tampa Beach. And man, like Tampa Beach was beautiful.
We found this place called Siesta Beach. The reason Antwan really wanted to go was because he saw the white sand.
I'm a beach body, man. I love the beach. I love white sand. That's something that Tampa Beach has. Particularly Siesta Beach truly has like the softest sand I've experienced in my life. It kind of melts in your hand almost. It's really amazing. So probably the best beach I've ever been to in my life, hands down. If I go to Florida again, I definitely would like to stop by again. It was just amazing. So we had a good time there.
Yeah, we went there on July 3rd. The next day was the 4th of July.
For the 4th of July, we ended up going to Universal Studios. We've been wanting to go for quite some time. We went to Islands of Adventure first. The first ride that we went on was the Velocicoaster. That was the best roller coaster there.
And the one that almost made Antwan shit himself.
No, I don't say that, man. Yeah, but that ride was very intense. It was really an intense start. They say that's the most intense roller coaster in the entire theme park.
Yeah, but Antwan really thought it was going to be whack. You know, we went for his birthday, so he didn't want to know anything about Universal, so I did all the grunt work. And so I kept telling him, like, I heard this is the most intense roller coaster there, and he's like, it looks wimpy. And as soon as we went off, he was shook.
Yeah, the Velocicoaster is a beast, man.
He got some serious airtime on that ride. It looked like he was trying to fly out.
We did the Incredible Hulk ride. That was really intense.
Almost gave you a concussion.
It did. I literally felt my brain move on that ride. Like, I actually had a headache for like a good 20 minutes after getting off of that ride. It twists a lot and it shakes you up quite a bit. I think I need CTE protocol after that, man. Like my head don't feel right. And that ride was in the Marvel Universe. It's like a section of Universal where they have all the Marvel-based characters. The Spider-Man ride is there as well. It's pretty cool. So that's one of the rides we went on. This Men in Black ride was pretty cool. But it's kind of like a simulation, almost like a video game. You get inside and they have these monsters that appear. They give you laser guns. Pretty fun. It's kind of like a game. You get points and you get a score. Probably the most interactive thing we did.
We also did the Skull Mountain, which is about King Kong and he's fighting dinosaurs. It's a 4D ride. A lot of the rides at Universal were 4D. Kind of surprising to us. We assumed Universal Studios was going to be all coaster, all high intensity, and it was a lot more sitting down 4D rides. That one was really fun. You see him fighting the dinosaurs. It was crazy. We just had a really great time there.
So we went in the Harry Potter universe section of the theme park. So we got in there and that was cool. I think that was probably like the second best ride that we got on in the entire theme park.
The Gringotts ride.
That was really fun. And even like when you're waiting on a ride, they have a lot of different scenery that mimics the whole Harry Potter universe. And like,
you said that shit mad black. You said Harry Potter.
It was just really fun. That ride was also CGI interactive, but it was also a roller coaster as well. So definitely like the second best roller coaster outside of the Velocicoaster. They have another Harry Potter based roller coaster that we didn't get a chance to ride. It was just late in the day and we were really tired and we didn't want to wait in line. That day was really, really hot. A lot of people were there. And by the time we got through all the rides, we were pretty much ready to go. But next time we go, we're definitely going to check it out.
The Hagrid ride and the Velocicoaster are the only two rides that you can't use express passes on. We went on the 4th of July, so we already knew that it was going to be crazy packed. Without the express passes, we kid you not, we probably would have gone on 2 rides that day. With the express passes, we probably waited the longest, like 30 minutes to get on any given ride. By the time we were ready to get on the Hagrid ride, the sun was at its peak. We were sweating buckets.
We were tired
of walking around. Make sure if you go into Universal that you bring your walking shoes because that place is not meant to look cute.
Be comfortable, you know. It's a lot of walking around, especially if you go around the time we went. That Florida sun is serious. It could be a little exhausted after a while. On the 5th day of July, we had to go to a place called Discovery Cove. It was a pretty cool place. If you want to relax, it's also very educational. They have several different type of animals there. Pool areas where you chill out in the pool, swim a little bit if need be. Places where you can interact with dolphins. They have flamingos there as well, birds. But we didn't get a chance to take a lot of pictures because we had to put our phones up in the lockers to prevent them from getting water damage. But it was really fun. We didn't really have to pay for the package where you get to interact with as many animals because it was crazy expensive. immersive. It was a section of Discovery Cove where we got the chance to interact with birds. We got a chance to feed them. Like, you hold your arm out and the birds will come and eat the food that you offer them. So we had a good time there. It was really laid back, soothing type experience for the most part. And then on my birthday, we got a chance to witness Miami Beach. My favorite, we're in Florida, so we might as well go take a trip to Miami. We did a few things there. We ended up going to Linwood Walls. So it's a street art museum. Have a lot of contemporary style art on displays. I'm the person that really has a huge appreciation for art. There's a person who like does art myself. It was pretty fun. We also ended up going to a science center.
I've always wanted to go to an aquarium. I really love animals. Fish are beautiful. There's so many great things to see. And so we found a place that was called the Philip and Patricia Frost Science Museum. And it's sold as if it's a science museum, but it pretty much is just a glorified aquarium because most of it is all about aquatic life. It's a couple of different floors and it gives you from the deep sea to pretty much surface level. It's really great. We saw jellyfish. We got to see sharks, even pufferfish. As you can see, it's just gorgeous. And we had a great time there. After that, we ended up grabbing lunch right by the museum, and it was a really great view. Florida is full of so many beautiful places, man.
I've been a lot of places in the U.S., but I get a chance to visit Florida. We ended up going to Miami Beach. Literally after we left the Science Center, took a drive out there, and we had a good time there. Wasn't what I anticipated. I expected Miami Beach to be like overly packed, a lot of tourists, a lot of people on the beach and everything. But we ended up going, it takes 3 hours to get from Orlando to Miami Beach. So by the time we got there, it was a little later in the afternoon, so it wasn't as packed. I guess most people left. Still packed, but not jam-packed. It's not what I really expected. You know, you see Miami Beach on TV, and I perfectly like Tampa Beach better because the sand was just softer, more laid back, less people, less touristy, stuff like that. But Miami Beach, it was cool, but I expected a little bit more. Maybe because Tampa Beach, I liked it so much, it kind of like overshadowed it.
The one thing I hated about Miami Beach was the seaweed was aggressive.
You can't forget that. You hated the seaweed. We got in the water and it was like a lot of seaweed. Tampa Beach did have a small degree of seaweed, but it was like mostly
in the ocean and it was softer.
Yeah, and it might have been a portion of Miami Beach because Miami Beach is like it's a long strip, so we were on like the lower end, so maybe it's just that end of Miami Beach we was on that had like a lot of seaweed. That was kind of like unfavorable for the most part, especially when you compare it to, you know, Siesta Beach in Tampa. But we made the most of it. It was still fun.
On the drive back, it was all dark, and so we got to see Miami pretty much all lit up as
the
we
skyline.
Were driving away. We passed the Hard Rock, which had this really cool guitar-shaped building. It was awesome.
And then that drive back was brutal. I fell asleep in the car. It was a 3-hour drive from Miami back to Orlando, so it was a long drive. And, you know, I drove there, she drove coming back, so I remember dozing off in the car. But we made the most of our time. We enjoyed our stay. We're definitely looking to go back to Florida sometime soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending your time with us in our video. This is like our second travel vlog, so we'll be bringing more vlogs to you guys in the near future. We actually just booked a trip later this summer to Aruba. We booked it really, really early, but this is like a dream trip that I've been wanting to go to for like many, many years. We're going to bring that vlog to you guys next summer. Hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to share, subscribe as usual. Thanks for all your support for our channel. You know, we've grown a lot this year. We'll see you in the next video.